Feminism is dividing this country? What the fuck? In South Korea, most men in their 20s and 30s oppose feminism? What the fuck? Finally, dude, the fucking based Koreans, like, Jesus. Feminism is dividing this country too. How about that? How about nobody's talking about how, feminism is dividing this country. Women are not offering coochie to the incels, okay? God, look at this beautiful dog. Oh my God.
Thousands are here today in Seoul protesting against what they describe as a growing anti-feminism movement in South Korea. Women fear that their rights are at stake because men are claiming to be victims of reverse discrimination and state that feminism has gone too far.
여성 성평등 삭제 말고 성평등 정책 추진 체계 강화하라.
In South Korea,
It goes so far in Seoul that men will sit in a designated pregnancy seating and prevent pregnant women from being comfortable. Wait, what? What the fuck?
a battle between men and women is spilling out onto the streets. Gender equality has always been elusive here, but a younger, louder generation of women is demanding that things change. This focus on women's rights was triggered by the global Me Too movement, which began back in 2017. As women across the world shared their stories, women here also stepped forward.
최근 연예인들의 성폭행 문제가 끊이지 않고 있습니다.
옆자리에 앉아서 허리를 감싸 안고
증거는 될 수 없지만 저한테는 있었던 사실이에요.
The allegations implicated politicians and priests. Actors and artists were named and shamed.
정말 부끄럽고 참담합니다.
Dude, this is the staple Japanese and Korean press conference where like 1,000 cameras are fucking blaring and they have like a million microphones in front of their faces where the guy says, "I'm deeply ashamed." Like I feel like I've seen this so many times.
정말 부끄럽고 참담합니다.
But as the allegations grew, so did resentment among some men.
이것도 페미니스트 분들이
Oh my god, they got the Andrew Tate. It fucking no shot, bro. No fucking. Remember what we were talking about yesterday when I told you, like there are just like dick riders for fucking misogyny out there that will just literally be like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck about what's going on. I just love misogyny. I'm just gonna ride it. They are doing Andrew Tate with like the same podcasting setup.
남성의 성기에 좀 집착을 하는 부분이 있다.
저는 얘네들의 발화 권력이 정말 무서운 부분이라고 봐요.
정말 무소불위의 권력이죠. 그리고 저는 이제 남성성이 거세되면 거세될수록 강간이 많이 일어날 거라 생각해요.
Lee Hyun-jun is 29 and works as a manager at a pet food company. At the height of the Me Too movement, he joined a group that opposes feminism. They call it gender harmony.
사실 그 당시에는 페미니즘이 근데 그 인기에 힘입어 남성들에 대한 매도, 뭐 조롱, 모욕 굉장한 많은 일들이 벌어졌습니다. 그래서 남성들이
Yeah, I'm really glad that Korean men are standing up against men being feminized. Bro, what are you talking about? Like this is like a Western invention that you have completely jumped on board with. Like, I don't know enough about Korean culture, okay? But in many other parts of the world, like the concept of like gender norms are very different, especially in like, you know, a place like Korea where androgyny is seen to be androgyny is seen as like a positive thing, which there's nothing wrong with, for the record. But it's so odd to just be like talking about this on American boundaries, like on Western boundaries in general. You missed it when the guy said feminism causes rape. Oh my Lord. This might be true. I heard specifically in South Korea, feminism is an issue and they're all rad femmes. Apparently the feminists are called like humanists or something else. It's not seen as a good thing in Korea. I don't know who told you that. Meanwhile, women got slaughtered in the middle of the metro station because they're female, lol. K-pop idols have been canceled in Korea for even mentioning the concept of feminism or reading a feminist book.
화가 나서.
What's androgyny? Literally look up like how pretty every fucking idol is and you will understand.
여성들을 멀리하기 시작.
Like from the perspective of like Western understandings of like the rigid binary gender norms, literally every fucking K-pop idol does not clear that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want you to understand. There is nothing wrong with like looking whichever way you want to look, but it's like weird to me that does androgyny mean gay? No. It's like gender non-conforming. But again, this is very stupid. Oh, God. It's a very stupid concept because like gender identity is very different in every country. It's very different in the same country in different time periods. You know what I mean? So that's why people are just like, what the fuck? You're so wrong about Korean gender norms. I'm like, no, dog. I'm looking at it from like an American perspective, from the Western standpoint. Don't you ever get tired of people not wanting to understand very basic concepts? Well, this is one that's like a hot button issue because K-pop stans are like, oh, I know everything about Korean culture, even though I live in fucking Iowa, and you're being racist to Korea right now because you even are like talking about it, even if you also personally recognize that you don't fully comprehend what the fuck is going on. Like, you shouldn't even speak on this matter. They get like really fucking unhinged. So that's part of the reason why they will get like this conversation will go to a place that is like deeply and undesirably unproductive. Even though yes, South Korea is a engineered capitalist right-wing dystopia where it's a, capitalism on overdrive. But the thing I'm mentioning here, the thing I'm trying to explain here is basically that like the rigid gender binary, or our understanding of the rigid gender binary is like a contemporary Western understanding of the rigid gender binary, totally invented, totally new. And not only that, but also a lot of other countries don't even subscribe to that or have their own unique gender norms, right? Own standards of beauty, for example. So it's always funny when like you see someone in a different country talk about like very Western, very American podcaster focused topics. What I mean by that is like in Turkey, right? When I hear someone talk about like cancel culture, I'm like, bro, what do you mean cancel culture? Bitch, you get canceled by the government. Like, you can go to jail. The fuck are you talking about cancel culture? Inflation is out of fucking control in Turkey. Your currency is worthless. And you're over here talking about like what dumbass Americans talk about when they like their conditions are very different. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like because of cultural imperialism, because America and like the neoliberal monoculture that America presents is so warm, it's so welcoming, and it's something that like a lot of people want to LARP as. People just feel like having these like silly arguments make them feel closer to Americans, I think, in a way. Like, yeah, Putin talking about cancel culture is a great example of this. You know what I mean? In the midst of like invading Ukraine. You know? That's why it's like weird to see that. That's why I find it very odd and very funny as well, especially when your own current contemporary culture does not fucking have American standards. So you're basically just LARPing as like an American dude bro podcaster when you're fucking complaining about this sort of shit.
그 상태를 보고 있자니 가만히 있을 수가 없었습니다.
Yes, the concept of gender nonconformity is anti-colonial. Gender binaries are colonial and rooted in white supremacy. Do you know what two-spirit means? Smile, smile. Yes, I do. And I know. I'm referencing that.
How are they being humiliated by women?
뭐 고추가 3cm니 뭐니 거기에다가 남성들은 모두 잠재적 강간 범죄자, 남성들은 하등 쓸모없는 존재.
What do you think the consequences of the Me Too movement were in South Korea?
네, 남성들이 여성을 믿지 않게 됐습니다. 그래서 미투를 당할 수 있으니까 하이힐을 신은 여자가 계단 아래로 떨어지고 있는데 거기에서 닿으면 미투 운동을 당할 수 있으니까 자리를 피해버리고.
And you mentioned false rape accusations. I mean, do you think that's a significant amount?
지금 많다고 생각합니다. 다른 나라에 비해서 좀 많을 수도 있다고 생각해요.
Okay, we've seen data though from the Supreme Prosecutor's Office that less than 1% of rape cases in South Korea are false.
그러니까 강간 무고가 1%가 안 된다는 말씀이시죠. 실제로 네 피해자의 증언만이 오직 유일한.
The vast majority of feminists in Korea are turf, swerve, radfems, very different from feminists in the West. Brother, feminists in the West are fucking also turf, swerve, radfems too. Okay, there's a lot of there's a distinct lack of intersectionality in white feminist back movements. Okay, trust me, that is not unique to Korea. It's not shocking to me at all, though. It's just funny. It's like they're just like us for real. Is just the thing that I keep seeing over and over again. But yeah, a lot of people in the chat have mentioned that the Korean feminist movement is also not like this idealized, like intersectional feminist movement, and they got a lot of unhinged ideas too. And this is like, I mean, these guys are obviously reactionary and out of control and silly overall and funny to laugh at. But someone brought up this 4 no's or no dating, no sex, no marriage, like women going their own way. Like there's like misandry abound in Korea as well, apparently. What the fuck? The 4 no's are no dating, no sex, no marriage, and no child rearing according to the movement. Marriage rates are plummeting in South Korea where wives are often expected to work. I mean, this is from, I guess it's from AFP originally. 4B is the feminist movement persuading South Korean women to turn their backs on sex, marriage, and children. I'm a straight woman who is no longer interested in having relationships with men, says Bonnie Lee. So like some feminists are what, doing a separatist movement? Women going their own way? Dude, this shit is so funny. That's awesome. Like they're trying to legitimately craft fucking... Is it the current leader of Korea like literally an incel, by the way? A growing number of South Korean women are banding together to reject rigid patriarchal norms and vowing never to wed, have children, or even date and have sex. I've always felt that as a woman, there are more disadvantages than advantages to being married, says Lee, a 40-something professional who lives with her dog near Seoul. Okay, you don't have to fucking... I mean, come on now, Associated Press of France. You just... Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Now she has even gone further, embracing the nation's radical feminist movement 4B, the 4 no's. No dating, no sex, no marriage, no child rearing. Yeah, they're femcells. Marriage rates are plummeting in South Korea, where wives are often expected to work, raise children. It's literally capitalism. It is capitalism paired up with patriarchal norms that is literally causing women and men to behave this way. This is so fucking funny. It will never not be funny that like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's so fucking funny. Holy shit. Let's just blame the women to have choice. Great. Wait, what? If you choose to not do any of these things, that's great. But like, that's not going to stop me from making fun of you. This is MG Toe, but for women. And the main reason is because they want to be better at capitalism. Like they want to do more capitalism. Like that's it. My goal is always, just be normal. Just be normal. Just be normal. This is objectively not that. If you think that there isn't an issue with societal norms and the way people are existing in society, when you see movements like this popping up left and right, I don't know what to tell you. It is important to remember that class society creates patriarchy, not the other way around. Yeah. Yeah, and the mention of the lives with her dog as a 40-year-old is absolutely a picture that they were trying to paint there, for sure. In the marriage market, your previous life and your work experience don't matter, explains Lee, who has 2 master's degrees. For some ridiculous reason, being highly educated also becomes a minus point. What matters the most as a potential wife is whether or not you are capable of caring for your husband and in-laws. She has witnessed well-educated friends hitting barriers at work and experienced problems at home after having children. Such difficulties are the subject of a recent hit film, Kim Ji-young, born 1982. Based on a controversial feminist novel, it centers on a married South Korean woman who has quit her job and struggles to raise her child with limited support. Women viewers rated the film an average of 9.5 out of 10 stars on the South's top search engine. Men gave it a 2.8. A growing number of women are turning their backs on the traditional expectations of South Korea's male-dominated society. Uh-oh. I can't wait for the fucking dumb motherfuckers in like Western PUA, the manosphere, to get a hold of this. Oh, man. I don't think a Westerner realizes how women are treated in East Asia, Korea, and Japan. Women are often viewed as property here. It's not capitalism. It's women getting treated like shit by men. What's wrong with wanting to be single? Like what? There's nothing wrong with wanting to be single, but when men are doing the men going their own way, there is a serious issue. It's literally the same concept, just on the other side. You're just looking at it and saying, oh, it's a defensive posture, and it's totally valid because it's women who are oftentimes subject to ridiculous patriarchal violence. That's the problem. So, like, you know, there's no issue with choosing not to participate in this. It's not the same. Okay. If you cannot comprehend how sad it is that women are very openly stating that they would rather, like, they are choosing to join a movement where they're saying, like, I don't want to fucking participate in dating. I don't want to participate in any kind of, like, cohabitation with men so that I can thrive in the fucking workplace. I don't know what to tell you. It's the same exact principle behind men too. The only difference is that men can get away with making that choice because we live in a patriarchal construct. We live in a patriarchal society. But both are still symptoms of capitalism. Okay? Do you understand? It's still ridiculous. No matter which way you cut it, it's an aberration. It's a clear demonstration that there's a problem, okay? We are supposed to be able to cohabitate spaces. You're just doing it from, like, I guess the woke side, you know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, well, this is marginalized people. I have talked about black separatist movements and my criticisms of said movements, for example. I think that is, you know, it's a defensive posture, but it's still not a smart one. It's not a valid one. Society should be moving towards working together. Hyper-atomization is another negative byproduct of capitalist, hyper-individualist societal organization. Okay? It's very weird for me to have to make this point to a group of people that should be better at understanding. Law patriarchy existed before any organized government, Hasan. Yeah, no. Go ahead. Explain to me how it's actually natural to live in patriarchal formations, even though there are plenty of, you know, different forms of social organization. Take literally any fucking anthropology class and you will understand that concept. It's pretty super basic. But explain to me how, even if it was literally something that we had in perpetuity, how the, you know, appeal to nature fallacy is actually the right way to live. Literally, as you are on twitch.tv. What is natural about your fucking dingus ass existence, you weirdo? You are currently sitting in an apartment, literally communicating with someone thousands of miles away, most likely, via the internet. Our entire existence is about overcoming nature. That is why it is a fucking idiotic fallacy to try and appeal to nature when we're talking about, you know, human cohabitation. It says there are about 4,000 followers. It's 52 million. It's like the happy science movement. Oh, okay. That actually makes no sense. If there's only like fucking 4,000, there's no official size of the 4B movement, but his members say it has at least 4,000 followers. Why the fuck is this an article, dude? I mean, that's a lot of fucking femcells, but still. Like, that's nothing. What year is this article from? Oh, it's from 2019. Meanwhile, a separate feminist YouTube channel that features boycotting marriage and child rearing has more than 100,000 subscribers. Lee has also adopted some of the tenets of Escape the Corset, a movement against South Korea's strict beauty standards. Some adherents have shared viral videos of themselves smashing their makeup collections. My life is not your porn. Female protesters rally against spy cam porn? What the fuck? Whose victims are mostly women, cases of sexual misconduct. Oh, this is like, this is the same energy as Japan. That's what it is. It's like, it's the weird fucking psychopathic perverts doing upskirt photos and shit like that. Yeah. I linked it because that's what the incels are reacting to. You don't understand, Hassan. Almost all the love hotels in Korea are spy cam bugged. The final straw for Lee came last year when a progressive male politician who used to proclaim himself a feminist was convicted in jail for raping a female aide. Holy fuck. I realized this society is a system that I cannot accept as a woman, and from then, any encounter with men, be it marriage or dating, became meaningless to me. Yeah, we're sick, man. We're fucking sick. This is a sick society, okay? With many fucking gender-based violence scars that have not been healed. Chad, I think Hassan is saying that separatist movements are highly unlikely to lead to positive change. Separating yourself from every man for the sake of gaining more rights is unlikely to get you more rights. Separating yourself from men simply because you want to is totally fine. But expecting it to be the politically powerful statement is a bit silly. Is it close? Yes. Oh, it's unproductive. Just like, you know. Your take is really disgusting, bro. It ignores their current situation. It's like you're telling them to fight capitalism instead of men when capitalism isn't their current issue. What? They don't specifically say they're doing it to be better capitalists. They're separating themselves from the patriarchal standard, calling them dumb for being voluntarily celibate instead of dismantling capitalism is stupid because fighting capitalism is impossible from their current condition. Okay, have fun with that is what I say to you. Okay? Yes, I am disgusting. Then I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, no, you're right. It's not. Capitalism is not an issue. You're right. No, totally. When someone says that like men in positions of power have dictated the standards that like every fucking Korean woman has to sit at home and take care of their partners, and that when they get pregnant, they get fucking fired. That has nothing to do with capitalism. That's totally something separated. You're right. Not their current issue. Yeah, okay, dude. No, go ahead. Have fun with being a femcel. I don't know what to tell you. No one called them dumb? No, I did. I think this is dumb. This is not a fucking adequate solution for anything. And also, not only that, but I do think that this is a symptom of a fucking diseased society. People are behaving like, yeah, people are, it's socialism or barbarism, and people are choosing increasingly to be barbarians. They're choosing barbarism over socialism every fucking time. The less likely it becomes to imagine a world that is rid of capitalism, the more people lean on like hyper-atomization. Closing yourself up to 50% of the population is not sustainable at all in any way. What the fuck is wrong with chatters? Then call it virtuous. A diseased society that can only be solved by wiping all humanity off of the face of the earth. We are the parasites. Okay, calm down. Bro, Red Scare propaganda went so hard all around the world is crazy. I mean, South Korea is a CIA client state that we designed, so it's not shocking to me that in such a short period of time since its inception, since it like turned from a brutal military dictatorship where you could be literally executed for being a communist, being outed as a communist, to a 3 chaeballs in a fucking trench coat country. Similar, not dissimilar to the United States of America, as a matter of fact. That evolution happened in such a short time frame that it is no shock to me, at least, that these are the kind of regular externalities that were going to occur. Like, it's literally, It was bound to happen. You know what I mean? What the fuck is hyperatomization or whatever that word is? Atomization, like separating yourself into smaller subgroups. Yoonji Hye, a 24-year-old YouTuber, feels South Korean women are often expected to be passive, childlike, and bubbly, as well as attractive to be desirable. She has fully embraced escape the corset, cropping her hair short and going barefaced, shunning the country's booming beauty industry. I used to spend hours mastering makeup techniques, watching YouTube videos, and spent about $200 on beauty products every month. Her ex preferred her with long hair and did not support her feminist inclinations. Now also a 4B member, she does not miss dating or sex, explaining there are other options and ways to please yourself. Like, I'm not even saying this is going to collapse society, by the way. Don't make no mistake. I think a lot of people misunderstand this. And I don't think that this is like as damaging as like fucking incels in general. But having said that, I do think it's still silly. You know what I mean? And a reaction that is unproductive. The ongoing issues that women face all around the world and in South Korea as well. This isn't a fucking femcel, guys. It's women choosing she does want to do with shit is what I'm saying. You're so angry that you're like not even typing correctly right now, Justasia. Women withholding their unpaid labor is productive. Oh my God. Anarchist cinemarxism. Please, dude. Please, 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 dude. Anarchists have this tendency to turn everything into like this weird fucking... Anarchists will, at the fucking tip of a hat, become like the most rugged libertarians, okay? Where they literally look at pregnancy and like and like having a relationship like it's unpaid labor. Okay? Not everything is fucking transactional. The entire purpose of, you know, living in a post-capitalist society is removing that transactional nature from like normal human things that you would otherwise do for your own sake. Whether it be for pleasure, like fucking, which is not always about having a child. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. Maybe some of you got so lost in the fucking sauce while you were reading this article that you like literally were like, every time someone fucks, it's for having a child. Like you're some fucking Baptist pastor, you know what I mean? Pastor in a Louisiana church. What the fuck is going on? Oh, this is literally Marx 101. He mentions this in the manifesto. I understand child rearing being a, yes, I get it. I know. Okay? This extends far beyond that. And the entire point of this is supposed to be that this should not be something that is, what do you call it? Like seen as a transactional and, you know, something that you need to fucking take time away from work on. Capitalism's individualistic philosophy makes people feel useless or demeaned when they can't take care of themselves or need to rely on someone else, which is expected the role of women. So ultimately, yeah, it's capitalism's fault. Anyone and everyone can make this move if they want to. And I don't think this is going to have deep societal impact that is damaging and everlasting. Okay? But I still am going to say it's silly. I actually don't understand why these women withholding their labor is any different than any other workers' movement. Child rearing and taking care of in-laws is a full-time job and they can withhold that labor. Well, I'm not talking about like taking care of in-laws, or child rearing in general, but I'm talking about like dating men, okay? Completely writing yourself off from interacting with like, you know, half of the population on the virtue of their, you know, their sex is... No society that has adequate social safety nets and I don't know, prosperity and actual mental health institutions and better standards of living, better standards of existence is going to have these kinds of fucking issues, okay? That's my point. And instead of solving any of those things, people are just like, okay, my immediate solution is to just like write off men in general and go my own way. Okay, good job. Go ahead. People don't need to be sober or on drugs. Not talking to anyone else who doesn't agree with you to handle capitalism is fucking kindness. Is literally just that. God, look at this fucking dog. Holy shit. Interacting doesn't equal dating. That pushes the idea that men only want to be with women in order to date them. What? Are you talking to me, or are you talking to what these people are stating? Because they're not doing feminism just right how you like it. No, I just don't. Bro, if you think that it's like, it's actually a feminism to, what do you call it? Marriage, motherhood, dating, and sex. Like, to withhold yourself from having sex with men is feminism, is the most transparently fucking idiotic way of misunderstanding any fucking social movement in general. Like, you're withholding yourself from having sex, dude. Okay, have fun. It literally is a patriarchal norm to think that like sex is something that you're doing specifically for men, you fucking idiots. Shut the fuck up. The idea that like women only fuck for the sake of a man is an absolutely insanely unhinged, dumbass fucking concept. And I cannot believe how many people are fucking defending this because it has a cool little fucking radical feminist association slapped onto it. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, women never get horny, actually. You're really fucking owning everyone by doing that. Like, what the fuck is this? What are you saying? Why are you defending this? What is happening? God damn it, dude. There will never be international class solidarity, okay? It's over. It was always over. It's never been more over than every single moment that like there's a new separatist, sectarian infighting moment that leftist communities will not fucking seize upon. It's so stupid. Okay? It's dumb. Okay, then what's the problem then? Do you honestly look? And every time I have this conversation, I'm sorry, but the most mentally ill people literally just cannot stop themselves from like just vomiting out the most idiotic assertions that they are making. Okay, it's so fucking frustrating. This is why people are, and then because instead of going to therapy, this is their therapy because therapy is expensive. They turn around and become a lifelong fucking hate watcher that's gonna tweet about how much of a fucking rampant, violent misogynist I am because I said that like the entire concept, like imagining sex as something that women are doing purely for the sake of like a man's desires, fulfilling a man's desires, is unironically a misogynist fucking perspective. You turn around and you just become like a lifelong hate watcher. If you honestly think it hurts women because they're not having sex, yes, it is fucking stupid. Okay, that is what I'm saying. For every single person that's like, I'm withholding dating and sexual gratification from people that I enjoy the company of, specifically for some fucking political movement, is absolutely stupid. I'm not mentally ill. I just think you're ill-informed. I don't hate watch. You have bad takes occasionally. That's it. You got to take an ounce of criticism. This is not criticism. It's not. We're having a disagreement, and you're misconstruing my fucking perspective by turning around and literally saying shit like this. None of this removes the legitimate instances of violence, sexual violence that women face in South Korea. Those are all very valid. It's just that like turning around and being like, yeah, the way to fucking deal with the problem is actually good, to like withhold yourself from having any kind of like normal relationship that you would have with men. I'm pretty sure they don't like it, the sex with violent men, so yeah. Yeah, no shit, dumbass. What the fuck are you saying? At what point did I say women should actually subjugate themselves to dating fucking shitty ass incels who want to fucking rape them? Like, this is, like, why? Why do I even need haters when I have the most unhinged fucking weirdos in my community that literally do the work of 1,000 fucking Chan lords, okay? You said it's stupid to withhold sex? Yes! It's... How can I make my sentiment more like A-worded so that like I am literally eliminating any other possibility of you misconstruing what I'm saying? It is stupid to assume that every single man is fucking violent and therefore shut yourself off from 50% of the population thinking that you are doing something political when you could be having a consensual, normal relationship with a kind, thoughtful individual, because such kind and thoughtful individuals exist even in patriarchal societies. Is that a better way to describe it? Because unfortunately, every single time I have a conversation with people, you literally will just go and just try to fucking say something entirely different that I never even mentioned. You're literally making it seem like I said you have to date like rapists or something. That's so aggressively fucked up. That is so aggressive. And it's so insane. This is not how human beings are supposed to communicate with one another. In the real world, I would probably smack the fuck out of you if you were to make an assertion like that. If you were a friend of mine and you tried to fucking make that statement, like put words in my mouth like that, you would get slapped the fuck up. Okay? But because you have the guise of anonymity on the internet, you can just like behave in the most insane ways possible. And this is from a fucking fan. Why do I need haters? These are my fucking fans. Oh. I don't hate you, man. I know that's what fucking frustrates me more. The fact that you are like, oh, I'm a fan of yours. And even you have the capability of like coming in here, being in here every goddamn day. I know your name. I recognize it. Come in here every goddamn day and still being like, it's very clear that you are like, look at this. Look at this. Look at what you said here. Reevaluate how you interpreted what I was saying. Okay? Have a sense of fucking dignity. You said it's stupid to withhold sex. I think the perspective is the overwhelming number of Korean men are, so they don't bother trying. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Thinking withholding sex is a useful / effective tactic comes from a place of feeling like it's the only real power they have. Exactly. And that is a literal fucking byproduct of patriarchy. Okay? That's it. I mean, and again, go off if that's what you want to do. More power to you. Let's continue. Let's continue making fun of these fucking dumbass incels before I go back to talking about the femcel part of this conversation.
경우가 굉장히 많거든요. 사람이 있을 수도 있겠구나라는 생각이 들고 있긴 합니다.
Hyunjin and his group have plenty of supporters. His YouTube channel has more than 61,000 followers. Today, they showed up to live stream the International Women's Day rally.
여성주의 평화 안보 구축하라!
저는 개인적으로 되게 뭐랄까 이런 감정들만 있는 내용들이라고 할까요?
그 예시로 차별금지법을 강력하게 통과를 시켜야 된다라고 얘기를 했었는데 이게 사실은 표현 독재법이죠.
So Hyunjin is trying to find someone to speak to right now.
남자들한테 하실 말씀 많으실 것 같은데 좀 듣고 싶어요.
Yeah, two sides of the same coin in the regard that like incels also believe that women only have power by withholding sex. So, you know, you are like, that's why I said it's like an inherently misogynistic fucking take that like the power centers for women are like when they're breeding and dating men. All of your reactions and all of your worth is valued by what you can give the men. Live your life. Have fun.
안 들어주실 거예요? 너무하시네. 젠장. 자, 그러면 부스를 돌아보겠습니다. 한국 남자들한테 하고 싶은 말이요.
진짜요? 저 진짜 해도 돼요?
진짜? 진짜 하세요. 진짜 하세요.
씻고 다니셨으면 좋겠어요.
좀 씻고 다녀라. 씻고 다녀라.
그게 이제 성평등을 위해서 남자들은 씻고 다녀야
네,
된다고.
씻고 다녀라. 오줌 싸지 문 닫아라. 시민의식을 높이자는 얘기예요. 화장실 예를 들어 화장실 갔는데 남녀 공용이야.
네네.
갔는데 문 열어놓고 안전했으면 좋겠어요.
안전해야 되고.
여자들이 어떤 고통 겪는지 알아요.
공감해줘야 되고, 그죠?
성범죄주의가 좀 많은데 그쪽에서 누르시는 것 같아요. 저한테 막 화내시고 저는 여기 가만히 있는데 얼굴이 여기까지만 나오시잖아요.
아니 약간
안전을 원하시죠?
아니 프레임이 약간 쉬워졌어. 성범죄주의라는 얘기를 난 처음 들어봤어.
So Hyunjin is speaking to some feminists right now, and it's getting a little bit heated. They're having a disagreement.
Bro, these dudes are having their own like 2013 era right now. They're like feminist owned compilations that they're making, dude. That's so funny. Oh my God, they're doing like triggered feminist gets owned shit. She didn't even say anything. She just said take a shower and like close. Bro, she literally said take a shower and close the door when you're fucking peeing. And this guy was like, how dare you? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna be stinky. Fuck you. Wow. Seems like Seems like there are a lot of larger issues that they're at play that neither one is talking about here. But it certainly does seem like one side is in the wrong. That's for sure. He's like, please don't film here. He's like, don't be threatening or coercive. What the? These guys are such pussies, dog. Oh my God. That is, oh, dude, I can smell them from over here as stinky butts. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, most of the world outside of USA, especially India and SEA, are going through their 2015 to 2013 arc.
위협적으로 하지 마세요. 위협적으로 하지 마세요. 폭력적으로 하지 마시고요. 쳐다보시고 와서 대화하세요. 대화하세요.
Yeah, I mean, I would be writing off men after if this is the interaction that I'm having with them every day. Okay, I take it back. No, it's valid. The writing off men entirely is valid now. It's so annoying. Oh my God, they're fucking stink cells, dude. Ooh, they're so fucking annoying. They're like, come on, come here, debate me. Debate me. You fucking have to debate me, please, woman. Debate me, female.
못하시는 남성과 여성의 자유를 파괴하고 남성과
I think we just oh my God, these conversations are so funny. I think we just witnessed their inability to have a conversation. Oh no.
대화를 못하시는 남성과 여성의 자유를 파괴하고 남성과 여성의 하모니를
The destruction of men and women's freedoms, the end of male-female harmony.
원천 차단시키는 그런 모습을 잘 볼 수 있었던 것 같습니다.
Was that successful?
네, 맞습니다. 그렇게 뭔가 만족스럽지 못하네요. 성평등에 대해서 정말 생각한 사람이라면 오줌 싸는 거, 샤워하는 거.
What? Bro, she literally said close the door when you're pissing and shower. Like basic etiquette that your mom should have fucking taught you or your dad. What the fuck? Yo, he's this butthurt about this? He's serious? Yo, this is y'all's hero? Oh my God, incels are so funny. Oh my God, globally. Incels are globally hilarious. At least in Japan, like, incels have the decency to just fucking go and, like, I don't know, harass, like, body pillows and 2D women instead. They're just like, yeah, fuck it. Like, I don't want to fuck. I'm done. I'm a hikikomori. I'm fucking staying out of this shit. They just don't touch anybody. They're just on their own. These motherfuckers are like, no, I'm going to go and actually, yeah. And some of them are, you know, gunsmiths and make guns at home and do other stuff. But these fucking guys, these guys are so annoying, dude. It's like weaponized nuisance. Oh, wow. It's shocking to see this. So far away from the United States of America, but yet so similar.
이런 이야기를 할 수 있을까라는 생각이 듭니다.
But hygiene isn't what women are talking about here.
Like, she literally just was joking, okay? Like, clearly they're not there to promote, like, basic hygiene for men. There are much larger problems at play. She just made a joke. And this dude fucking lost his mind. Like, how are you going to talk about that? How are you going to talk about real problems with that guy when his reaction to don't do stink maxing is like, actually, this is unethical and you clearly do not care about inequality. You're trying to do gender control. Fucking loser.
So can you tell me why you're here today? What are women facing in South Korea?
실제로는 많은 기업에서 성별 임금 격차를 이유 없이 지불하고 있고 혹은 노동시장에서 성불평등도 이유 없이 고용
I'm so glad that people were talking about how this is actually totally separate from capitalism, for the record. Thanks, guys. Thank you for telling me about how this movement, how the feminist movement in South Korea is so completely removed from capitalism. I'm glad.
차별이 진행되고 있어요.
What do you think is at stake for women in South Korea?
It was not one guy. No, shut the fuck up. It was not one guy. Shut the fuck up. It was 1,000,000% not one guy.
보장할 수 없다. 자기 권리를 보장할 수 없다. 계속 여성들은 끊임없이 죽어나가고 강간을 당하고 폭행을 당하고 그래서 자기 오롯한 생존을 보장받을 수 없는 상태로 지속이 되겠죠.
The facts support these concerns. South Korea has the worst gender pay gap among developed democracies. On average, women earn a third less than men. And when it comes to violent crime here, almost 90%.
Why are women not talking to these kind of men seen as femcelly? You just pushed that narrative slightly and then took it back, babes. First of all, I hate you for saying that. I'm just going to let you know. This is so triggering to me. Like, it's so condescending. I'm not your fucking babe. You don't know me. I'm a 32-year-old man, okay? I'm at the age where I could be a fucking father to you. And you're over here calling me babes like the condescending little shit you are, okay? I hate that kind of fucking triggering ass femcel language, like, okay, babes, like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Who are you? What are we doing here? Okay. I mean, we mean these men, clearly not all men. Choosing not to date these men isn't anti-men. First of all, I don't know if you're part of the fucking 4B movement or not, but it's not just these men. It's all men. This is literally about all men. That's the difference. Okay. If they were saying, fuck these incels, I mean, I say that all the goddamn time. You made a sock account to call me fucking babes because I probably blocked your dumbass on another fucking account. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. No, 4B is about all men, not just these men. And it's all men at the behest of like, I don't know, a feckless movement that is supposed to be like helpful. It's not. Don't do that. Don't fucking call me babes. It's like the femcel equivalent, like a Stan Twitter equivalent of fucking little bro, saying little bro. There's so many, so condescending. Anyway, let's finish this fucking dumbass video.
Of victims are women, compared to around 50% in the US. But despite this, the country's new leader, Yoon Suk-yeol, is planning to get rid of the ministry responsible for promoting gender equality. In fact, he campaigned on it and won the presidency.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This motherfucker literally won by being an incel.
이야기인데 그러면 뭐 내가 선거 때 국민들한테 거짓말하라는 얘기입니까?
이제 남자가
It's a promise. Are you asking whether I lied to the public during the election?
국민들한테 거짓말하라는 얘기입니까?
이제 남자가 악이다. 남자는 사라져야 된다. 이런 militant feminist 이런 사람들이 한국 사회에 많아서.
Ha Taek-young is a lawmaker from the ruling People Power Party and supports President Yoon's views on feminism. Do you want to get rid of the Ministry of
Bro, they got whole ass incels in the fucking. They got like whole ass incels in office. What is happening, dude? This is awesome. Yo, what the fuck? They got an incel president and like what are they? They're gonna make like a ministry of like hurting women.
Gender equality and family in South Korea.
그렇습니다. 저는 여성가족부의 대표적인 폐지론자인데 그리고 이제 성 갈등이 심화되면서 대한민국이 세계 최악의 저출산.
Yeah, no, guys. South Korea is becoming the country with the world's lowest birth rate. Certainly has nothing to do with the work conditions. Please do not look at suicide rates in South Korea. Please do not look at living conditions in South Korea. Please do not look at the wages and living conditions in South Korea. Please, no matter what you do, do not look at how many hours the average work week looks like in South Korea. Do not look at the debt in South Korea. It definitely is the gender wars that's happening. Certainly. Yeah. The abolition of the gender equality ministry will certainly solve these problems 100%.
된 것도 여성가족부 영향이 좀 크다고 생각합니다.
Do you agree that some of the policies your party has put forth aligns with what anti-feminists want in South Korea?
한국에서 페미니즘 반대한다고 할 때 그게 성차별을 옹호하는 게 아니라 한 젠더에게 특권
I've heard that one before. These guys are awesome.
주는 것을 반대한다는 그런 뜻입니다. 한국의 페미니스트들은 이제 남성 역차별.
Okay. Vice definitely did not show these women as the 4B shit, okay? These women are just like normal ass women complaining about the exact same fucking inequalities that women complain about in countries like the United States of America, okay? Like, it's the same exact shit, partially because, you know, Western influence is pretty prevalent. It's, you know, it's a big thing. Didn't they say they were 4B? I can't speak. No, I don't think those women did. No, these women did not say that they were 4B. They simply said, please, we do not want to be fucking sexually assaulted. That is, like, that's the most normal fucking take, dude. They said, we want to be paid the same and we don't want to be sexually assaulted. That's entirely different than, like, a radfem movement that, like, sparks on top of that is, like, about, you know, writing off men entirely or whatever. Like, this is just like perfectly normal demands that everyone should make. To look at that and then be like, yeah, these guys, like, if I can't sexually assault a woman, you're just trampling all over my fucking rights, is insane. That is a psychotic rapist, a psychotic pro-rapist take, okay? That's what that is.
And supports President Yoon's views on feminism. Do you want to get rid of the Ministry of Gender Equality and Family in South Korea?
그렇습니다. 저는 여성가족부의 대표적인 폐지론자인데, 그리고 이제 성 갈등이 심화되면서 대한민국이 세계 최악의 이제 저출산 국가가 된 것도 여성가족부 영향이 좀 크다고 생각을 합니다.
Do you agree that some of the policies your party has put forth aligns with what anti-feminists want in South Korea?
한국에서 페미니즘 반대한다고 할 때 그게 성차별을 옹호하는 게 아니라 한 젠더에게 특권을 주는 것을 반대한다는 그런 뜻입니다. 한국의 페미니스트들은 이제 남성 역차별론자로 이해되고 있습니다. 그래서 당연히 그런 신종 역차별.
How do you think South Korea fits into the global discussion about gender equality?
그러니까 예를 들어 이란이나 최근에 아프가니스탄 같은 사회를 보면 여성을 학대를 하고 있고, 이제 그런 사회, 심각한 여성 차별 사회에 대해서 우리가 좀 더 관심을 많이 가져야 된다고 생각을 합니다.
But women aren't privileged in South Korea. Something that activist Park Ji-hyun is reminded of every day.
최근에 한국의 이제 정치 상황을 봤을 때 이제 후퇴하고 있다고 느끼는 건데, 정부 주요 인사들을 봐도 대부분이 남성이고 한국 사회에서 여성 국회의원이 지금 19%거든요.
As a student journalist in 2019, Park helped uncover one of South Korea's largest online sex crime rings, which launched her career in politics. But once she was in office, Park became the target of relentless digital abuse. Some of these messages are extremely disturbing. They include threats of assault and genital mutilation.
매일같이 뭐 많이 왔을 때는 이런 메시지를 보내는 부분은 왜 나한테 이런 메시지를 보낼까? 내가 살아있는 사람이라고 생각했을 때 내가 나를 사람으로 생각하지 않는 건가?
Do you think mainstream politicians presenting anti-feminist remarks has made anti-feminism go mainstream within South Korea?
이 병리씨가 심해지고 있는 것은 부정할 수 없는 사실인 것 같아요. 네. 울분을 풀 대상이 필요한 거예요. 근데 그 대상이 여성으로 향하는 경우가 많이 있는 것 같고.
But Park faces an uphill battle getting men in South Korea to agree with her. A 2021 poll found that nearly 80% of men in their 20s believe they face serious discrimination. 70% of men in their 30s agreed. Do you think groups like yours that are against feminism...
Holy shit, dude. Okay, incels are on overdrive in South Korea. My bad. Okay, I take it back.
...have the potential to be spaces where women get harassed unfairly?
충분히 있다 생각합니다.
Okay, that's like that's an insane statistic. What the fuck? That is crazy. What League of Legends and StarCraft does to a motherfucker? Yo, that is actually fucking wild, bro. What the hell? 70% of men? That is, no, there's no way that's real, dude. I cannot believe that. That is the most psychotic thing I've ever fucking heard, dude. Yo, dude, what the fuck? 20 to 29, 80% of men. That is fucking, that's a giant problem. That is a giant fucking problem. That's an entire country full of podcasters, dude. That's what it does to you, okay? Too much fucking League of Legends, too much podcasting. Oh my God, China's still on top. China's still on top, dude. Straight up. This is why they stop you from playing fucking League of Legends for more than 3 hours in China, okay? When you're a kid. That's a giant issue. It's almost the same here, though. Why more American men feel discriminated against? What is this? Percentage of men who say they're discriminated against? Independents, not at all. A little, a lot. On the Democratic side, why is this so hard to read, man? You think China has no misogyny? No, I was making a joke. Obviously they do. I was making a joke about fucking them stopping, playing video games for extended periods of time. Harvard Journal with a 5th grade amateur graph. Like, this is, I'm being discriminated against with this graph, dude. Okay. I need to see, like, what these people, are they talking about on the basis of gender? That's what's profoundly important. Gets worse, keep
Poll found that nearly 80% of men
생각합니다. 하지만 저는 개인적으로 이 그룹을 이끌면서 가져가는 어떤 좌우명 같은 게 있다면 페미니스트가 페미니즘을 선택하지 않아도 되는 세상을 만들어보자가 제 지금 좌우명입니다. 여성들이 전체적으로 피해를 보고 있구나라고 생각해서 페미니즘을 선택합니다. 하지만 저는 그러지 않아도 된다라는 걸 좀 얘기를 해주고 싶어요.
Everything you've said to me in this conversation sounds like you are an anti-feminist.
안티페미니즘과는 거리가 다릅니다.
Yeah, bro. Come on. Come on, dog. Like, let's be real. You have a podcast. The likelihood that you're an anti-feminist is like immediately just, a lot higher. Motherfuckers get a podcast and they say they're not anti-feminist. It's like, who are you fooling? Okay. Listen, I have a podcast. Fuck it. I have 2 podcasts. Okay. Takes one to know one, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Come on now. Like, come on now. Come on.
페미니즘은 여성을 모욕하는 것도 서슴지 않습니다. 하지만 저희는 여성을 지켜야 된다고 이야기합니다. 저는 남자로서 제가 사랑하는 여성을 지키기 위해 살아요.
Do you consider yourself a hero?
내가 영웅이라고 생각하는구나. 저는 영웅을 만들어내는 감독 정도가 아닐까 생각합니다.
So one day in the future you might be a hero.
What?
뭐 언젠가는요.
Like the heroism is what? Is the heroism coming from like what? Yelling at women that are protesting against rape? Like what is the I'm such a hero because I hope one day there will be other people who will also debate women at their fucking rallies about how they should actually shut the fuck up from being victim to rampant sexual violence. Like what the fuck? 안드루 테이트.
그저께 저희가 모욕적인 일을 당했습니다. 성평등을 위해서 남자들에게 하고 싶은 말이라고 했는데 소변 관리를 잘못하게 하셔가지고.
That's wow. Yeah, they had a real insulting case. Yo, these guys are fucking hilarious. The incident, man. The incident, a big incident happened where this lady made fun of us by saying we're stinky and they insulted our stink maxing, which we've been doing. God, they're so sensitive.
불편으로 걸려니까 어떤 그런 얘기예요? 자, 여기 안에 굉장히 이 짧은 영상 안에 정말 수많은 메시지들이 담겨 있는 것 같은데 일단 첫 번째
충분히 성희롱으로 해석될 만한 여지도 있다고 보고
I want to talk about what happened at the rally. What were you trying to achieve?
하지만 그래서 페미니즘에 대한 이야기를 듣고 거기에 더 나은 어떻게 보면 페미니즘을 발전시켜서 성평화로 이끌려고 하는 시도들을 하기 위해서 정보를 모으기 위해 갔던 거였죠.
Right, but I mean, you showed up with a camera, you were live streaming the whole thing. I mean, and you came at the end of the protest. What were you really trying to do?
네, 정말 저는 대화 그 행사를 방해하고 싶은 생각은 없어요. 저는 페미니즘과는 거리가 있는 사람이니까 그 행사를 방해하고 싶은 생각은 없었어요. 그래서 분과 이렇게 이야기를 나눌 수 있는 기회가 되었는데 아마 그 대화를 듣고 좋은 답변은 드리지 못했을 것 같네요.
Are you surprised by her reaction, the feminists' reaction? I mean, you showed up in their space, right?
굉장히 놀랐습니다. 믿음을 가지고 갔는데 완전히
He said that she was sexually harassing them. That's so funny. These guys are. He said the urinating comment was sexual harassment. These guys are awesome. Okay, calm down. Complaining that men smell is honestly such a small issue to complain about when there's all those other fucking stats they could be talking about. Well, she was joking.
진당한 느낌이었어요.
You didn't even introduce yourself, though, as gender harmony people.
네, 그랬었네요. 예. 근데 정말 그건 제 실수가 많은 것 같습니다.
And you also referred to the feminist in after that protest on Saturday as someone who was sexually harassing you. Do you think that's a fair description of what she said?
Bro, she is owning him so hard right now. It is not even funny. A lot of these guys fucking fall apart at like not only minor pushback, but also just a normal adult in the fucking room. You know what I mean? Like, kind of odd. Like, this is your leader? This is the leader of y'all's movement? Like, she just
said to you?
그냥 기분에 너가 성적으로 수치심을 느꼈으면 그게 성희롱이거든요. 한국에서는 그렇습니다. 그래서 성희롱이 될 수 있다고 그 충분히 요지가 된다고 생각을 했고.
What are you afraid could happen in South Korea?
가장 두려운 것은 남성과 여성이 스스로의 남성성과 여성성을 모두 잃어버리고 정말 성기만 다른 존재가 되어버리는 게 무섭습니다.
The incels don't get that she's joking, obviously. Ultimately, that sort of rhetoric just alienates the people you were trying to convince to change. Brother, that's insane. Like, I am an advocate for, tailoring your message towards your interlocutor specifically, but that is insane. Like, that dude is like broken. There's no way to fucking fix that guy. He needs to talk to a guy, first of all. No woman is going to be able to change his mind because he hates women, okay? Straight up.